guys, I'm updating my grades this weekend, and I'm blown away about how awesome Canvas is going to be, how easily it's going to be able to import into Home Access Center. I wanted to show you a little trick to make your grading and importing of grades a little bit faster, especially those of you that have sections that you have one class, but you have 5 different campuses like Lone Star, Memorial, Reedy, Liberty, Heritage, etc. So what you're going to want to do is you don't want to click on just one particular class on those multi-campus sections. You want to click on all sections once you have some grades to enter. And it's going to populate not only your Liberty kids or your Reedy kids, it's going to populate all of the kids in that one class period. So these are all of my 3B kids, no matter what campus they're at. And so now that I have some data in here and I'm ready to import it into Gradebook, look how fast this goes. So you're going to click on Actions, Export. It's going to say Export Started. And you're going to see a little dilly whopper over here on the left. When it downloads, this is a CSV file. You click on it, it should default to your Downloads folder. If you just click on the little icon at the bottom left, it'll populate everything. Now, this is what you're going to see. There's a bunch of data all at once, a little bit overwhelming. What I like to do is just kind of, they're my first and last names for all my kids, alphabetically sorted. Now, CSV stands for comma separated value, which means that this one column A is going to count for 2 columns because it's separated by a comma, and I'll get to that in a minute. I don't really need this number. I guess that's their whatever student ID. That's not going to be helpful to me in the gradebook, so I'm just going to delete that. This is the number you need because the gradebook, regardless of what class they're in, it will look for the SIS user ID or the HAC ID, and that's the thing you need to have. So it has it twice for some reason. I just leave that alone. Now, I know that they're all in the same class, so I don't really care about this column. They're all in AP World History. I've got a couple of grades that were optional. I don't really need those. I'm just going to delete those because I'm not going to put that in the gradebook yet. But here we go. So here are some things. I haven't assigned these yet. Even though they're in Canvas, they're not due yet. I'm just going to delete those. These are the 2 things that I have graded, given feedback on, and one of them I haven't put in the gradebook, so I want to show you how fast this goes. So now that I've kind of edited the CSV file, I need to save it, otherwise all of the changes will be lost. So I'm just going to hit yes, save, okay, and it should save. Now I'm going to go back to the gradebook, okay? And so this is just one of my sections. I believe this is Reedy. And it doesn't really matter. I don't even know I have to look it up because I know that this is my only AP World History class. So even though there are 5 campuses, I don't really care what campus it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to the assignment that you want to import data into. And you've got 3 little icons, the little A icon, the little olive egg icon, and then this little red arrow over a piece of paper icon. That's the 3rd one, and that's the one you're going to want to click. That's the one where you update all scores or clear all scores. But what you're going to want to do is come down here to import scores from file. You're going to choose that CSV file that you saved. There we go. I just saved it as 143. That's the one I just saved. You're going to double click on it. Okay, that's the file with the data that I want. You're going to come down here, you're going to select it's a CSV file. Now, here's where you need to pay attention. So it's going to ask you what column is the student ID number. Well, here's the student ID number, but remember, this is a CSV file, so A counts as 2 columns. So this student is 1, 2, and then the student ID number begins at 3, column 3. You could either use 3 or 4. It's the same data, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to put in 3, click 3. Now, what grade do I want to insert? Because I've got multiple assignments here. So what score column number do I want? So you're going to go back, just double check here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I want this one, the primary source analysis, where they did some document analysis, the primary source analysis. So I want to insert that one. So that's 5. That's column 5. Because remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go back here, and once you start doing this over and over and over, it goes very, very fast. So score column 5, and that's it, kids. You just hit import, and voila. Got all my kids' data here. I just double checked. Did this kid really get an 80? And the answer is, well, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to waste your time. But yeah, it checks out, okay? So that's how fast it can go, especially if you have multiple sections. You can just use that one CSV file over and over and over and over and over and go through. All you got to do is change your class, go to the new class, go to the new section, and put it in, and that's how fast it'll go.